Welcome to the Good Kraken Show. This is episode 106. I am your host, Devin Stanford, aka Brevin the Dude. I am joined here today with my screaming Polynesian, the one who actually hasn't gaslit me today for once.
Sure
Ernell
haven't.
Pearson.
Sure have not, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet,
It's
at least.
only
Not yet.
Young.
Not yet. I know. I got to be held accountable here. But I am going to say I am still upset. It's mostly because I'm upset today. Ask me why I'm upset, boys. Ask me why I'm upset. I need to engage in this with you. So I started going after getting my diet in line, right? And I'm at the grocery store the other day, and I'm like, cool, like I can grab this, I can grab this. Like I'm not going completely healthy, but I'm trying to like at least make some better decisions in line, right?
Slim down your
Sure, like just like
stuff.
yeah, like the amount of like sodium I'm taking in, things like that. So I'm trying to get a little bit better. But with that said, I get to a very specific section, and I have a decision I have to make. Right, a decision that is just deathly horrifying for a man like me. Okay, and that decision was I had to get reduced sodium spam. And I need to make sure that I let everybody know that this is horse shit. I am very upset that I allowed myself to do this. Because I brought it home. I said 25% less sodium. Sure, right? And then I like slept on it. And I woke up this morning and said, fuck, man. I should have just got regular. If I'm going to do spam, I might as well just do regular fucking spam, right?
Yeah.
Like,
of all the things to commit to healthy on, spam's probably not one of those items you make the shift, right?
Yeah.
Goddamn,
if
right?
you're eating spam, you're already committing to eating spam. Like, you should just go all the way.
Exactly. Esco said spam is gross.
It's not. Actually.
Battle Royale.
God damn you, Esco. God
delicious.
damn you. Damn it. But she also says I'm feeling a sore throat, so I'm eating ginger candy and just make chamomile tea, so I can't be too mean to Esco. So she's sick. And I'm sick of her shit. Continue, Devin. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. You can shame Ernell in chat if you want to, Esco. It's fine. It's fine. That other beautiful voice you heard earlier is my wonderful little cherry blossom, Garrick Eakin, aka Vermilion Beard.
I saw.
That was the most like
Unenthusiastic song,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, you're just like I'm here.
Dude,
I'm still kind of like, I think I'm still like in super lazy mode because I'm on spring break right now, right? So like I don't really have a lot going on. I like slept till 11 today, and then did not a lot. Like played video games, ate a super unhealthy lunch, and then did a fantasy baseball draft.
Oh, you fucking maniac. Baseball drafts are fucking horrible. God,
Dude, I literally I started it at 6 and finished it right up basically until we got ready to start this.
Really?
Like,
that fast? That's
Yeah, we got through it pretty quick, dude. I have like my fantasy app pulled up on my phone. I was literally ready to start making draft picks on the side.
That's wild, dude. Like, I'm surprised you got
amazing.
done that quick because I've only done one baseball draft. And it took an hour and a half, man. Like, that's
well, I mean, that's about how long it took us to get through the draft. We started at 6 my time.
oh 6 your time. Oh,
So
okay,
no,
yeah.
I literally did just sit on I literally just sat at my at the table because my father-in-law's the commissioner for the league, and so I just sat there for like an hour and a half just constantly having to re-queue motherfuckers because everybody kept taking my picks.
I love it, Chasey baby. Thank you for the sub, baby. We love you, baby. Anyways.
Chase is like hobbies.
Garrick was flexing for the first time. Garrick was flexing. I like that. I like that for Garrick.
Can I get a
How
flex
was
in chat?
How was I flexing? What did I do? What did I do to flex?
You can get a flex in chat. There you go. Here you go.
I mean,
There you go.
Oh man, we did it at the same
it's
time.
been a while since we've added to the flex counter. Actually,
It's true. It's true. There have been 26 flexes. There hasn't been a lot of flexes lately. There's been some, but anyways, Devin, are you gonna finish hosting or are you busy over there?
Yeah, no. My stuff is running kind of weird. I'm like, what is going on? Like my pop out chat isn't letting me scroll. It's being being
letting you
hunky
scroll.
dunky.
Not letting you scroll.
Yeah. Yeah, not letting me scroll through the chat. It's kind of weird. I'll fix that in a second.
Okay.
But guys, I have moved into my new office.
You have.
This
Those lights are cool. Those are cool lights.
they're cool little lights. They're cool
They're
little lights. I
yeah.
got a
I like 'em.
little remote with a little color wheel,
They're cool lights. They're cool lights.
Yeah,
I do like that.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, like, have you? I don't know if you have space over there, but you have space to move them further away from the wall, light up more of the wall. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't really have that much range. They really don't. Yeah, I could move them just a little bit, but yeah, they're kind of on the edge of the objects that they're on.
Okay.
But as time goes by and I get new things and stuff, I have some ideas.
Okay, I see.
But this is just the temporary setup until I get the rest of my things. I'm gonna do some soundproofing, put up some more, streamer bitch lights. You know how it goes.
Sure.
But we're really not talking about lights and streamer bitch lights.
I mean, we can.
We can, but because we're actually talking about Twitch's newest oopsie, an even bigger slap in the face, and the fall of a giant, and much, much more. Because this is the Good Kraken podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to patreon.com/Good Kraken Show, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive post-show content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea.
Yarg. I got you.
Jeez, Garrick's so enthusiastic today.
I gotta get the vocals warmed up, man.
Yeah. That's what all of our "how now brown cow" was for earlier.
Oh no, brown cow.
Exactly. Unique New York. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can watch us record this show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime, and we would love for you to give that to us to help us keep pushing content out for all of you listening or watching at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken, ! And leaving a review there. Ernell.
Ooh, yes.
We got some captain's orders. Yo, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your father, tell your mother's mother, your mother's father, your father's father, your father's mother, your dog, your cat, your friend's fish. Tell them to join our fucking Discord, y'all.
Hey, let's go.
Yo, be a part of the Squid Squad. Come hang out. Everything we do, everything we plan, everything that we do spontaneously, like watch along parties and stuff like that, we do it through Discord. You can literally do all that stuff with us, and there's lots of times where we'll just be playing games in one of the chats and streaming the game to chat anyways, but not on Twitch. Come hang out. Seriously, good times. Lots of friends made too. It's really cool, like seeing all of our friends and our friends' friends get to know each other, Also, Ernell.
Yeah.
Your head looks like a porcupine right now.
There's one little fucking spot right here.
I know.
It's that post-work hair, man.
I saw you slapping that.
That post-work hair, man. That post-work hair fucking me up a little bit, dog.
Yeah, that post-work hair, he's got you, dude.
Frustrating.
That's why I wear a hat, because I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I gotta show off this cut. I'm saying,
yeah. I need to get a new cut, You
just got one. Shut up.
No, I didn't. I was supposed to get one on Saturday. It's been like 3 weeks. Yeah. I gotta clean up that fade.
A whole 3 weeks. I do.
Yeah.
My fade needs a clean up too, actually.
Dude, honestly, my hair grows fast.
Real bad.
My hair grows fast. Look, it's already blended like all the way with my beard length.
See, I can stretch it because my hair is so light when it's short that I can go a little longer in between cuts, but dude, my beard needs to be shaped up bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, not
It's-
mine.
yeah.
My mustache that doesn't attach. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't connect.
Actually, like mine. Well, actually, it does kind of connect. It has like a weird little gap, kind of.
Mine like
It's
kind of connects. It's like
it's face hair,
almost there.
It's
It's
face
like
hair.
it's like little tiny hairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Tiny hairs. I know.
little tiny boys.
Anyways, done. What are we doing next, man?
Well, we're actually not talking about little tiny hairs. We're actually gonna give you some fucking news here, because this is the Helm. All right, y'all. Garrick, can you tell the people what we got going on here?
Oh yes, I surely can. Twitch's new boost feature puts porn on the homepage, and this is coming from Mitchell Clark at The Verge. Several Twitter and Reddit users with God damn it, or no, what the fucking you gotta take those excerpts out, dog.
Listen, it was fucking like it was midnight
with the
last night, all
teleprompter.
right? It was midnight, all right? You're not talented enough to get around the teleprompter. That's not my fault.
No, I'm not awake enough yet. Yes,
fair.
Reddit
That's fair.
users shared screenshots of the pornographic thumbnails that showed up on the front of their live channels. We think you'll like sections. The thumbnails indicated that that the stream showed up there thanks to an experimental feature that Twitch first announced last year. The feature has changed since it was first introduced, but the basic concept remains the same. Users can spend money to get a stream in front of people's eyes. In this case, it just happened to be not content not allowed on Twitch. Wow, somebody abused a feature on Twitch for things other than Twitch-related things? Wow, shocker, gasp.
I never would have thought.
Who would have fucking
Wow.
thought?
Gee Willikers.
Not
Like,
me.
dude,
Gee
like,
Willikers, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Where is she?
So they walked this shit back. They walked this shit back real quick. And originally, this was supposed to be a thing that people were worried about, like big time Twitch streamers being able to take advantage of, because they're like, okay, well, I'll just buy more viewership, right? Because I have more money to spend because I'm a famous Twitch streamer. That did kind of happen, but apparently this also happened. Who would have thought this would be the fallout of what people were worried about?
I think it's hilarious.
Fucking great, man. Fucking great. I mean, fucking Twitch, fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
just another little Twitch. Oopsies.
This is what they deserve. They deserve this.
one of many, yeah, right?
Yeah, they deserve this. Twitch, listen, okay, Twitch. I know you're watching this because we're on your platform. All right, I know you're watching this. Your weird Twitch FBI agent is out there looking us dead in the eyes right now as we speak. Y'all fucking up over there and pay us. You know what I'm saying? Pay us because
Yeah. Make us partner, even though you're fucking up.
if you want to not fuck up, make us Twitch partners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah. Oh, Vandal.
Chase.
Vandal
Chase
getting
gifted.
a gifted sub from Chase. Oh my god.
Oh,
The baby.
The baby.
Baby.
The baby.
baby.
Artist and rapper The Baby.
I wish the baby watched this. He doesn't. Seth Rogen
would be
does,
amazing.
though. Seth Rogen watches the show. Gary, continue.
Do you guys think Seth Rogen will be watching Attack on Titan final season part 3?
Absolutely.
We're in 2022.
Yep.
This is coming from Matt Villay at Collider. The announcement was made on the official Attack on Titan Twitter page after the broadcast of the final episode of Attack on Titan, the final season part 2 in Japan. The announcement came in the form of a tweet that included a new piece of promotional art for the final season, as well as a brief teaser trailer for what, if the name of this part is to be believed, will be the ending of the anime series that will have been ongoing for a decade by the time the final arc comes out. Wow, the end of an era, boys, because Attack on Titan has graced our screens for quite a while now.
Yeah.
It has. It surely has. I mean, like I watched the first season many moons ago, and obviously you guys know I just finally got caught up on this. I'm a little bummed out because I wish there was more for me to binge, but like,
Right?
goddamn, it's gonna be good though, right? It's gonna be good though,
I'm-
right?
Yeah, I the only thing is, why didn't they just break up these 3 parts into 3 seasons? Because they did like 15, 20 episodes each part. So it's like,
Well, I mean,
why
each
weren't these
season,
just seasons?
each season's like a time jump, though, isn't it?
No, the first 3 seasons all kind of pick up back to back.
Yeah.
But season 3 to 4 where there's a time skip.
Mhm.
Well, I feel like
Or
each
part 3 should have just been the final season.
I feel like each season has like a 6-month to a 1-year jump. That's why they keep getting older.
Well, I mean, like, so the season will take place over like a large period of time.
Yeah.
But like, so we get the first time skip when they through the academy, when like they finish and they graduate and they join their
Right.
respective corps.
Right.
And then from like that point on all the way to the end of season 3, it's like, I think it's like a 3 or a 5-year span. Like
yeah,
that just
right.
kind of
It's like 5
naturally
years.
progresses. Yeah,
Yeah.
overall. And then I think from 3 to 4, I think there's like another 3-year gap, because if you remember the Attack on Titan lore, the Titan people, the Titan bearers can only they only live for
13
13 years.
13 years,
And I'm pretty sure by the time I'm almost positive the ending takes place in Aaron's either 13 or 12
It's his
or
last
13th
it's his
year.
last year
Yeah.
alive, which is why he's going
Yeah.
all gun ho. So yeah, mathematically, so I think the jump from 3 to 4 was 5 years. If I remember them
That
saying
sounds
correctly.
right. Yeah,
So
but
each
so
year
that's
is like
kind of how long it
two
took a
years
minute to
per-
get there.
Yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense. That makes sense. Either way, this is gonna be tight. I'm stoked for it. Sign me up.
Yeah.
It's
You know what
going to
I'm saying?
be Attack on Titan.
Stop. Witcher 3 season Witcher 3 begins production. This is coming from Adele Anchors at IGN.
Dude, you fucking nailed that, dude.
Netflix shared a photo from the snowy set of The Witcher's 3rd season, featuring 3 of the main cast members in character ready for cameras to start rolling on the next chapter. Season 3 is based on the second novel in the Witcher saga by, Ernell, do you know how to pronounce his name? I never was able to get it right.
Andrzej Sapkowski.
Sapkowski. It's the last
Andrzej
name, the Sapkowski.
Sapkowski.
Yeah. So Andre. Yeah. It's on.
Taika.
God damn it. God damn it.
Focusing on the rising tension between the Northern Kingdoms and Nilfgaard.
You can pronounce
Really nice.
Nilfgaard, but you can't pronounce Sapkowski.
Okay, to be fair, Nilfgaard is spelled phonetically, so that's really easy.
That's fair.
It's the first name, I'm pretty sure, because the way that Andre is spelled is not usual for us.
Yeah, it's
got a Z and a J in it, y'all.
tripped me out.
Andre has a Z and a J in it.
Andre.
See, it's the j part. I can't.
Andre. Okay.
God damn it. More of it in chat.
Say it in context.
Nilfgaard, more like Milfgaard.
Man.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong, dog. Like, Marvin's right on spot, dude. Like, anyways, fucking dude, did you guys see the pictures of this? Did you guys see the
Yeah.
pictures?
I saw
Oh,
a
I missed
picture.
that somehow.
Yeah,
I saw
it's
a picture.
it's a nice, quaint little picture. You know, they're all like in casting chairs or whatever. It's hanging out on set. I'm fucking hyped, dude. This season 3 is gonna fucking slap, dude. I'm so excited for it. I'm especially excited too because now
it's
like
gonna go.
the first season was very much the short story collection books, and then now that we're full on into like going into the second novel, shit gets fucking wild. Shit gets wild in the books, dude. It's gonna be so dope. I'm super excited for it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I just have to say, our my friend Nico, who you may know, Ernell, just messaged me. He goes, "Do you wear a large?" I was like, "Nah, dude, it's an X large now. I'm a big boy."
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude, this morning I was putting on my pants, right? And I was like, this is more difficult than it should be. Right. And actually last week I was pulling up like buttoning actual like jeans, right? Because we all wear joggers usually, right? So it's like I got
I'm wearing
some
jeans right now.
Wearing joggers
Pulling
right
up my-
now.
pulling
I
up
got
my bad
jeans on.
boys, you know, just get my thick thighs in there, not a huge deal, right? I gotta put on these jeans and my I think I told you guys this on Shipwreck, but like I was go to button up my pants and my arms are having a hard time getting around my dad belly just to button up these jeans. And I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta do something about this, which is why I ended up with 25% less sodium Spam.
It's only 25% though.
Less sodium. I mean, like,
Okay.
well, hold on.
Okay, what's the daily percentage on Spam with the 25% reduction?
Well, with the 25% reduction, 570 milligrams of sodium.
Okay, what's that percentage value for the day of sodium?
I got this. I got this.
25%.
For one serving.
Oh.
For one serving of reduced sodium
Yes.
Spam?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So usual
What's the
Spam
serving
is 7.
size?
So usual serving sizes for regular Spam would be like 719 according to that
Dude,
math.
that
Yep.
means like two servings of Spam is like your fucking daily sodium intake.
It's so worth it, man. That's why as Islanders, we never cramp. Never cramp. We're just loaded with sodium at all times. I'm telling you. Chase says, "Yo,
That's
I had
bullshit.
some."
I've heard you say you had a cramp before.
I did. I have a cramp. Chase said, "Yo, I had some musubi today. Let's go, Chase." A Hawaiian food cart gave it to me since I delivered to them. Oh, yo, dude, that's so lucky. That's so lucky. Anyways,
That's rad.
I'm not gonna take up too much more of our time talking about
more food.
cramps.
Yeah, what
you know?
do we got next? Why don't you tell them what we got?
Oh, you know what? I got you, dog. I got you, dog. Will Smith Netflix movie put on hold amidst the Oscars slap controversy. This comes from Brandon Lewis over at Screen Rant. According to a recent THR report, that's the Hollywood Reporter, Smith's upcoming Netflix film Fast and Loose has been put on hold following the controversy surrounding his assault on Rock. God. The film was to star Smith as a crime boss who must piece his life together after suffering memory loss following an attack, eventually learning that he has led a double life as a poor CIA agent. Fuck, that's genius. Fast and Loose was previously in limbo as he searched for a director following filmmaker David Leitch stepping away from the project, a week before the Oscar incident. Garrick, I know that you're my fellow diehard Will Smith fan, my guy. Does this bum you out?
A little bit, dude. I also just gotta say, I feel like some of these articles are using the word assault real loosely. But that's Hollywood for you. But I don't know, dude. I believe this isn't the only film, too. There's another film on another streaming service that also got put on pause.
Yeah, this is just the Netflix one. There's more. There's more like
There's
big budget
So
movies.
there's at least two. I mean, like, I don't know. This just feels like such a I feel like this is a really drastic turn to this sort of event. I mean, I know like what happened between him and Chris Rock was like very public, but like he almost immediately sent out an apology to all the appropriate parties, said he would be willing to accept like any like consequences. I believe he resigned from the Academy just the other day, and I mean, dang, he's probably gonna lose like the one Oscar he was gonna get. Like, at least let him keep making the movies.
Dude,
hasn't he gotten an Oscar before?
No, this is his first Oscar.
I think he's been nominated for one or two previous ones.
Never won.
But this is his first win, and he's probably gonna lose it.
This actually very, very much pisses me off. Not just because the Will Smith thing, but because within the same week of this happening, Will Smith just has his entire acting career falling apart right now. Just absolute fucking shambles coming to be. But then we get Louis C.K. winning a fucking award after jerking off in front of someone against their fucking will. And he's getting awarded for it. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm so over the shit, man. I really, really fucking am.
Hollywood's whack.
It's just so fucking bogus to me that Will Smith has a moment of one moment in his years that he's been in Hollywood making content for us. He had one moment of fucking weakness that wasn't even that bad. And then we're out here rewarding fucking dudes for just terrible, awful fucking things. But Will Smith gets the goddamn punishment. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, this has definitely been. I feel like this whole thing got blown like radically out of proportion. Like, I mean, I feel like when it comes right down to it, like both parties are kind of at fault. Like, okay, Chris Rock maybe should have read the room on the joke, and like maybe that joke could have like been like funny in another setting, but maybe the Oscars wasn't the place for that, and like. But Will Smith shouldn't have, like, he reacted super emotionally, right? And so, like, they both kind of goofed, but, like, nobody's, like, giving Chris Rock, like, any, just because he was the one who got slapped. Like, no one, I don't know. Like, no one's talking about the joke that he made.
Yeah, it's a disappointing situation all around. Also, Chase, he did apologize to Chris Rock. Actually, they both apologized to each other. Granted, they were both fucking social media posts, so it doesn't really technically qualify as much of an apology.
I thought,
Yeah.
Will Smith was seen with him at the after party talking.
I don't fucking know. I'm not his dad.
For real, right?
I don't fucking know. No, it just like, sure, we can go back and forth all day. Like, should Will Smith have fucking slapped the guy? Sure, there's an argument to be made, right? Like, we can go
right?
either side of the conversation. The reality is that a man slapped someone. Realistically speaking, people have died for much less. Okay, it is not that goddamn serious, and people blowing it way wildly out of fucking proportion. I'm sure we can all agree. Unless you've ever been to a Wiggles concert, you've never been punched in the face.
Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato.
Listen, we would throw down for the Wiggles. Anyways,
Fruit salad.
Yep.
Yummy, yummy. All right, tell them what we got next, man.
It's just, we could go all day, but it's just disappointing.
Can we? I don't know.
For the Wiggles, I go all day for the Wiggles. Let's go.
That's right. You have a child.
Yeah, all day. Oh, dude, the Encanto album? I'll fucking two-step for Encanto, dog. Let's go. Surface Pressure? I'm two-stepping all day to that. Abandoned director explains tweet takedowns and how the prologue is a whole separate game. This comes from Joe Screbbles over at IGN again, and he says this. Quote, I did not see that coming, Hassan Karaman explained. I didn't think that the community would respond that way. Basically, the tweets were deleted because some of the concept has changed, and I figured maybe just deleting the tweet and then tweeting more relevant information would be a better idea, which is actually not a good idea. I have learned now just to keep them. Even if the information or concept change, just keep the older information because people eventually will see for themselves what the difference is and then see what's more actual. End quote. Carmen Studio Blue Box was forced to put out a statement saying that the game was still in development and apologized for the lengthy silence around new information. The team said it had, quote, underestimated our development roadmap, end quote, and delayed the reveal and release of the promised prologue. So for anyone who doesn't know, Abandoned is the game that was getting ready to drop an app that was supposed to have this cool, dope-ass teaser trailer for their brand new horror game, Abandoned. And then they were supposed to release an official trailer on the website. And people did an entire, 24-hour countdown on this website for this big reveal. And then nothing happened. It's that game. This is that game that we're talking about here. Is this game a fucking scam? This game's a fucking scam, right? Like, this game's a fucking scam.
This isn't the first time. This just isn't the first time there's been, some shady shit surrounding this dude in the studio.
This studio, not gonna, right?
Yeah.
This game has, yeah.
I'm not gonna, jump to conclusions or say that there's something else going on in the background, you know what I mean? But isn't Sony backing them though?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, like they paid an exorbitant amount of money to be able to be on the PlayStation blog, sure, but it doesn't necessarily mean that like PlayStation just got their hands on the game themselves because they're not a PlayStation studio. You know what I mean?
So here's the question I have. How is this? Do they have like a GoFundMe or something going? Like, is there anything like that?
There was for prior games. This one not so much, but this game was supposed to be getting funded.
How could it be
directly.
a scam then?
What was that?
How could it be a scam then if they don't have like consumers
Because
paying into it?
PlayStation doesn't have to see that the game is like actually present in order for this company to pay PlayStation to say, hey, can we have an ad on your blog space? You know what I mean? Like they're not a first party PlayStation studio. So
Yeah,
like
I'm just saying I don't see how it's a scam if there's nobody paying into it. Like if they're just doing everything themselves.
It could be investor fraud.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Mm-hmm. But
I don't know.
As you said,
so games are really hard to make. I'm not a developer. Are they going around it the right way? Probably not.
Sure.
Obviously,
yeah, this one,
you know what I mean.
I think this is just maybe. I can't tell. A lot of this, like whenever I read things that happen around this game, it sounds like it's an inexperienced team of like developers and like social media managers that just keep making like really fucking unfortunate mistakes.
What's his name again? Was it Hassan? I just think that guy's just a fucking weirdo and he doesn't understand what he's doing. I think that's what it is.
Well, honestly, the thing is too is there's been some information that has been floating around since this has been a thing. And for example, a gentleman had an over the phone interview with Hassan, and after the interview, he tweeted, this guy's being kind of sus." Like he straight up just tweeted out like, "This is guys he's being kind of fucking sus." Like he explicitly said like he's the entire conversation was 30 minutes of weird over justifications and excuses and weird side stories that had nothing to do with the actual conversation itself.
Morbid redeemed hydrate.
Oh shit! Oh, thank you. I'm trying to find it right now, but I saw that someone had made a chronological roadmap of every project that Blue Box has announced or teased or started development on and never dropped. Technically, of the years they've been a development company, they've released one mobile app. Of these 7 projects that they've announced over time.
Morbid. I'm sorry.
Yikes.
Morbid. I'm sorry.
Morbid.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you get the timeout for that. Was bad. That was bad.
That was just a little bit.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
I don't even care. Worth it. Anyways, if I can find it, I'll put it up in our Discord if you guys are interested in checking that out. Definitely come in and look at it if I can find it. But it's like a detailed like this game released or announced in this month of this year. This is what happened with it. It got canceled. This game got announced this month of this year. This is what happened to it. This got canceled. And it kind of just goes down this list of like 7 titles up to including Abandoned that they just never released. They keep doing this cycle of just like, and people were hoping that, okay, well, with a little bit of PlayStation, marketing, then maybe they'll finally release a fucking game. No. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know how many games off the top of your head? Do you know how many times it's canceled? Like 3 times, 2 times?
Abandoned, or how many games they've canceled?
How many games they've canceled?
Of the 7 that they've announced over time, 6 got canceled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
For whatever reason. Yeah. It's just wild, man. Which is why I say like little sussy, you know what I'm saying? Like, sussy makes susserton, you know? You know what I mean? Like, oof, goddamn.
That is unequivocally not bussing.
Not bussing. You want is bussing?
I feel like there was a conspiracy theory that Blue Box is a shell company for Kojima. There was, but like, why would he need that when he has Kojima Studios where he's completely independent?
He doesn't need to fucking do that. He doesn't need to do that. You know what
I'm saying? He
saying?
doesn't need that.
Nah, that's weird.
There was that rumor because a lot of people just really want Silent Hills. and they want Kojima to do it.
And they were hoping that abandoned was just a keyword for Silent Hills 2 or whatever the fuck it was supposed to be.
But that was just, honestly, all that was people just reading into it way too much.
Yeah. Kind of like we do with Marvel titles, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. I will say this, a lot of predictions do come true now. I'm just saying.
It's fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Morbid
But
says,
you know what's also Morbid's incoming Silent Hill meme in the memes channel. Okay.
Get ready.
We'll check it out later.
Get ready.
We'll check it out.
We do have, though.
Yeah.
Go on, Devin.
We have some breaking news. This is indubitably, unequivocally bussing.
Let's go.
Yes, of course. New Tomb Raider announced. Runs on Unreal Engine 5. This is coming from Eddie Makic over at GameSpot. Work on the new Tomb Raider has only just started, the developer said during the briefing. That being said, Crystal Dynamics believes Unreal Engine 5 will help developers unlock, quote, next level storytelling and gameplay experiences. The studio added, our goal is to push the envelope of fidelity and deliver the high quality cinematic action adventure experience that fans deserve from both Crystal Dynamics and the Tomb Raider franchise. This will be the first new entry in the series since 2018's Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which was developed by Eidos Montreal. Jeez, I almost butchered the hell out of that. It wrapped up the event. I know, right? That was like, Anyways, it wrapped up the events of the new trilogy that started in 2015.
So this is cool. This is cool and all, but I found the meme.
Oh God!
Here we go.
God.
Here we go.
All right. I mean, I don't see this yet. What does it even say? I gotta
Here, I got you.
Resident Evil 4 is best. Resident Evil 5 is the GOAT. Silent Hill fans, our franchise is dead. Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Anyways,
Yep.
I mean, like, I'm not a crazy big Tomb Raider fan, but like, are you guys?
I mean, I have all three of the reboot games. I thought they were all great. I think they're great games, and Crystal Dynamics is really good at making these games. Anyways, so it's like
I've never played a Tomb Raider game.
Yeah,
I played the first one when she still had like pointy boobies. I played those ones. I played that one.
Yeah, I played those on PlayStation.
The original PlayStation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made me revisit them with the reboot. And I honestly, have you even played it or no?
What, the reboot?
Yeah.
No, I have one of them that me and my ex were gonna play. No, just
Jesus Christ. They're
okay.
No, but
they're
really
good games.
I've heard that they're dope. I heard that they're dope.
Yeah, they've all reviewed very well, like 8s and 9s, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and they were given away for free on Epic and on Microsoft, actually, with Microsoft games.
They were, yeah. That was what, like 5 months ago, something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I tried telling you guys to pick them up, but I don't think you copped them.
Yeah, I mean, like, why would I want like not as great Uncharted? You know what I'm saying?
If it wasn't for Tomb Raider, Uncharted would be a thing. And to tell you the truth, these games are arguably just as good as Uncharted, if not better.
No, for sure. I was pretending to be misogynistic for a second. I'm sorry.
And the story is great.
Because like in my I said it, I was like, "Wow, that was gross." Because it sounded like
you're timed out.
It sounded like the same guys.
You know what's hilarious about this?
Oh my God!
I don't even have to make you leave anymore. I can just do this to him, just make him server muted.
But I'm recording. So they can hear me. They can hear me. It's fun.
It works.
You're the only one who can't hear me. Okay. He's the only.
Oh wait.
Everybody
right.
through I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like everybody in the show.
Let me just move you real quick. No
just fuck everything up.
Yeah,
you're like,
I've
you know
done
what?
it to him once before. Ernell was stepping. He was stepping hard. You seen how many buttons he could push, and I just moved him out of the channel.
All I did was make one dumb joke. That's hardly pushing buttons.
Okay, your dumb jokes can push buttons. Don't act like that ain't a thing, dog.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that.
But yeah, no, I'm stoked about this. I bet you it's going to be one of the prettiest games we'll see in the next couple of years.
Oh,
honestly.
easily.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
sure.
I think we should take advantage of our new systems that we all have with Unreal Engine 5 and play this game when it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
And the Witcher and the next Witcher game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, I cannot wait.
Oh, dude, so
I
yes,
can't wait.
so much,
There's
yes.
so many games being developed with Unreal Engine 5. Isn't Forspoken in Unreal 5?
I don't think so. No, I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
I think it might actually be one of the last games to be on Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah,
Like,
it looks pretty.
thoroughly.
Yeah, it looks pretty though. It like, I heard Abandoned is going to be Unreal 5.
Marvin, shut up.
Assuming it hasn't been abandoned.
Okay, yeah, no, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Forspoken is running on the Luminous
Vaporware.
engine.
Luminous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Luminous.
What
engine.
Okay.
was the Luminous engine like? What's that most commonly like known for? What
Light
game?
bulbs.
Shut the fuck up.
Let me see games. The games developed. It's the same engine as Final Fantasy 15.
Okay, that makes
It's
a
the
lot of
Final
sense.
Fantasy 15.
That makes a lot of
yeah.
sense. That engine is pretty, and Final Fantasy 15 came out like what 2016.
2016.
Ooh, look at that. That's my mind palace at work right there. You know what I'm saying? But before we go on to our next segment, I want to remind everybody that they can support us over at patreon.com/Good Kraken Show, where you can get access to the episode before it goes public. They can write into the show and they can get this episode ad free. But if they're hearing this, they aren't on our Patreon. So for now, here's a word from our sponsors.
This piece of good Kraken content is brought to you by Glide mousepads. The world is changing and the demand for PC gaming and work from home setups has never been as wild as it is right now. Having the best of the best in PC accessories only makes it easier to get your work done before you jump right back into the fray of the digital sea. And Glide knows exactly how to make that happen for you. Glide Mousepads is the future industry leader in mousepads, offering beautiful, smooth, waterproof products made with eco-friendly materials and non-slip rubber in a variety of sizes that are guaranteed to help you get that next win. Now, if you're like me and you spend a lot of time in your command center, whether it's streaming, editing, or designing, you need a quality mousepad that can keep up with that constant grind. You can go to glidemousepads.com right now and use code KRAKEN for 15% off the Founders Edition mousepad in every size available. Again, that's code KRAKEN KRAKEN for 15% off any Founders Edition mousepad today.
Our next sponsor is Rogue Energy. Late nights are pretty much commonplace for us content creators, and any of us here at GK can attest that sometimes you're just too damn tired to even think about how not to be tired any longer. Lucky for us, though, Rogue has figured out how to give those late nights and even earlier mornings the supercharge that we all need. Rogue Energy is a low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula that is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Every formula Rogue Energy produces is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients and no chalky textures. Being the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, Rogue Energy strives to improve the in-game performance of gamers, streamers, and content creators around the globe. Check it. We have been drinking the ever-living crap out of this stuff. If I'll be completely honest with you, me, Devin, Garrick, Xander, Raven, Genesee, all of us here at GK absolutely adore this drink. It helps us in the mornings, helps us in the evenings. You guys know how it is. We've been going on about this forever, and it is no exception now. It's still taking care of us to this day. You can head on over to rogueenergy.com and use code GKRAKEN for 10% off your purchase of any shaker or formula tub of your choosing. That's GKRAKEN for 10% off any shaker or formula tub that you'd like. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back.
Jesus,
Yeah,
wow.
I told you, Garrick is.
Oh no.
Tweet
Oh
coming
no.
back.
We can't go a single episode without some kind of problem happening.
Morbid. Holy shit.
Dog, Garrick died, bro. Garrick was what is it, missing number from Pokemon, like the first Pokemon games? Like, do you like the rare candy duplication glitch? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are we good?
You.
I'm posting in memes right now the video of what he looked like on my screen.
Dude.
Like it's a video, dog. Just watch it.
Garrick, blink 3 times if you're okay.
All right, did you
Scared.
look at it?
Oh, dude, it was like glitching, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. Yeah. It was bad.
Wow.
Like I said, you were like the pink missing number from Pokemon Blue and Red. You know what I'm saying?
I was sitting there. I was like my little cherry blossom.
I mean, it looked like a cherry blossom. It was all pink. It was pink all the way across. That was pretty cool. Morbid says, I do not know what you're talking about, as I do not cheat in video games. Mm-hmm.
Ever. No.
That's too
Only
good.
by the rules.
Yeah, of course. Guys, Devin, more specifically.
So,
what are we doing next, my man?
Yeah, next up, we're getting out of the cabin here, and it's there's an approaching ship, and it's all hands on deck now.
Really?
Sure,
Really?
I'll take it.
My segues are not that great tonight. It's a thing.
That's okay. You can't. Listen, the last episode you did so good with your segues that you made up for some space. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really, it's not all my fault though, because like usually you guys set me up with some really good segues, and that's just not happening tonight.
Are you gaslighting us now? Is that? Are you blaming us for your shitty segues? I don't want to hear from you. Okay.
I mean, specifically you.
Oh, damn. Hold out.
That's fair.
Yo,
That's fair.
Garrick, tell the people what you have been playing and or watching, please.
Dude, not a whole lot of anything new. I kind of only really have one small one, just because I haven't had the time to play it quite as much as I'd like to. But I have had the opportunity to start Weird West.
Very nice. How's that going for you?
Yeah.
What's that like?
So, for anybody who does not know, Weird West is a top-down action-adventure twin-stick shooter. It is published by Digital Devolver, or Devolver Digital. Excuse me, I always say that backwards. Yep. And then I am spacing the developer of this one at the moment. But I do know it is available on Game Pass. So it is. Weird West is honestly like just the most apt name for this game. Like they really like hit the nail on the head. So the game takes place over 5 chapters, doing like 5 isolated stories of different characters, and these characters all have like their own like backstories and classes and abilities, etc., etc. You start out as the bounty hunter, and then you just kind of progress from there. So I'm still going through the bounty hunter, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's like one of the people you get to play as is a pig man. Another character is a werewolf you get to play as. And then so like there's the werewolf, the bounty hunter, the pig man, and then there's I think like a wizard or like a cultist or something like that.
I think they just showed them.
And then yeah, they kind of like they like glimpse them all. But it's like I'm really excited to see like where all the stories go, because what's interesting about the lore is like so far like I've seen, and like there's a cleric ship, and like the cleric ship has like something to do, like they control like the post and the mail and like telegraphs and stuff, and they seem to be like this religious aspect of the game. And then there's like witches, straight up undead. I've run into shape-shifting sirens, cannibals so far. It is like there's just a lot going on, but they use like a really retro storytelling mechanic where it's like it almost kind of feels like it's like an early 2000s game. like they narrate some of the heavy plot points and exposition, but then the rest is just unvoice acted text box. And so like for some of like the text, they have like a little like an audio blurb. You know how like some games will like make the characters speak gibberish like when a text box appears.
Right, right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
Like
so
every Mario game ever.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of doing that, it's like a ghostly whisper.
A careless
And-
whisper.
Yeah. And so like that's kind of like there's some really cool stylistic choices. It does have like a cell shaded art style, which I really appreciate. I just always feel the need to tell people if it's cell shaded because I know that is not, there are a lot of people that don't jive with that art style at all.
Sure, sure.
It just looks like Borderlands art style, honestly. Like
Yeah,
OG Borderlands.
Yeah, but I know there's some people that don't really enjoy like cell shading. But like I don't know, I'm really like given how little time I've spent with this, I want to say maybe 2 hours hands on at this point. I'm really interested to see where like the lore and the character stuff goes. The combat's a little difficult, or at least I find aiming a little difficult. But I also will admittedly say I just kind of suck at twin stick shooters specifically. Like never really been super good at those.
Sure,
But
sure.
I'm definitely not in playing this for the combat. I'm playing this for like the world and like the characters in the lore.
Mm.
But I don't know, for it being like definitely for it being available on Game Pass, like if you like dark fantasy, I mean like look, you start off the game literally like cold open scene. You're clearly being captured by some sort of cult. They brand the back of your neck. You wake up in your house, and your entire family is literally getting murdered. That's the cold open for the game.
Jesus.
That goes pretty dumb.
Yeah.
That sounds tight. All right.
And so like from there, you like starting out as the bounty hunter, like your family gets like schwacked, and then you're immediately on like a quest for vengeance. And so
Did you just say schwacked?
Get
Yeah, dude,
schwacked. You're so Italian. I hate you. They got fucking got, man.
you got schwacked. But I don't know, like it's definitely got like it's captured really well the brutal, like that whole brutal part of the West, but like adding the dark fantasy bits into it, I love that sort of stuff. Especially that like I've heard NPCs, like not even quest related stuff, just like NPCs talk about undead and like werewolves. Like so, like one of the lore bits I saw on a loading screen was that there's like some sort of group that is basically, they pulled an underworld Rise of the Lycans, and they use like werewolves as like protectors against like undead.
Ooh.
But they're not like, but like they're like hired. Like the people actually like they're like a group of individuals, like they hire werewolves to like protect, like I don't know, it's really cool. I'm interested to see where like the world building goes, and they present the game in a really like you travel from like point to point, and like you can camp, and there's like random encounters. The maps have edges, like an actual like it looks like a 3D pop-up map.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
when you get into an encounter or like a region, it looks like a storybook pop up, and then like the edges of the map are like really stylized with like a 3D like old timey map look. And when you go to the edge of the map, that's how you travel from place to place. I don't know. It's really stylistic and interesting. It pays like an homage to like those like the early style of like open world and traveling or in larger map style games, but like in the right way. Like they did it really tastefully.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fuck yeah, dude. And this is like strictly a single player game, right?
Strictly a single player game.
Okay.
I actually, with all the classes and like in the characters they had involved, I was wondering if it was multiplayer, because they show multiple characters on screen, but you can actually just like hire followers and stuff. And in the tooltip, like when you get to the part where just like you can like hire guns, it literally says like at least 3 different times they're like, these guys are gonna die. Don't worry about it. There's lots of people to hire for help. in the Weird West.
Okay.
They like really emphasize that like you're gonna hire these people and they're gonna get like murdered and you're gonna have to go hire more.
Okay.
That sounds rad. That sounds fucking rad.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so-
Morbid. Thank you, Morbid.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Morbid. We do love
yeah.
our mascot, Amos.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he just wanted to be on my lap. He just came up to me and he was just looking at me, and I'm like, all right, dude.
It's like father, no.
Yeah,
Father, hold me.
yeah. Look, he's a sleepy boy. Yep. I'll go real quick because I don't really have a whole lot. As a lot of people know, I moved this last weekend.
So you got jack shit in.
Yeah, the gaming that I got in was mostly today. I finally got to progress in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands with Garrick.
Yep.
We played earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I hopped on Xander's stream the other night and played some Uno, where we all became not friends again for a while, and then became friends again afterwards.
I didn't win.
I was like, I
game,
just won
dude.
3
That
games
shit
in a
made
row.
me so mad.
Yeah, it's like I won
played
3
for
games in a row. I'm
3
good.
hours and didn't win a single game of Uno.
Garrick,
Oh, you
get good. Get
poor
good.
bastard.
Dude.
No, but like if there's any recommendation I'd have, if you have a group of friends, find like an internet card game or board game or something like that. There's a lot of them out there. There's even like a board game simulator, and they are all very much worth checking out. Because there's nothing like being pissed off at your friends. Am I right?
That's fair. That's yeah,
That's fair.
you're
You
right.
know, it gets
You're
really
right.
fun. It just gets really fun. And you'll really know what your friends think about you when you play the game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And Monopoly, but yeah, I think did you back
Ooh.
out of Monopoly? I think you were like,
Yeah,
"Ah,
I
no."
did because I started getting tired, so I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
too late for
yeah.
that Monopoly stuff, man. Like,
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I just wasn't
I-
willing to spend $15 to hate people.
yeah. That's
You know
fair.
what I'm saying?
yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, and I did play a little bit more of Stranger of Paradise and progressed in that. You know, because I got to beat that game, but didn't really get. I tried to watch The Expanse, but I was just so tired from moving, I just fell asleep.
That's okay.
So,
That's okay. That's
yeah.
okay. We get it.
But yeah, guys, find a good board game or a card game and play with your friends. I recommend it. It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I think we'll do just that, Devin. Just that. Not me though. I don't want to play board games. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of God, one could say.
Get out.
What does that even have to do with anything? Like,
My brother in Christ. I
brother in
refuse.
Christ.
I refuse. Brothers.
Dude, I love those memes so much.
Brother.
Anyways, I watched a movie on Netflix, a brand new movie called The Bubble. And it is a ridiculously over-the-top comedy movie starring actors like Karen Gillan, aka Nebula in Avengers, Pedro Pascal, David Duchovny, aka Scully from X-Files, and Keegan-Michael Key. Like, the cast in this movie is pretty fucking bonkers. Fred Armisen from Portlandia, like the list fucking goes on, and it has cameos from even bigger actors like Daisy Ridley. It's just like the most ridiculous.
So what is The Bubble about?
So The Bubble is about
Thank you, Morbid.
a number of actors. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Morbid. Thank you. Not Scully, Mulder. My mistake. It is about a group of actors trying to film a movie during the pandemic, and they have to do it in a isolated hotel that they are calling The Bubble. And this hotel is specifically made for people to be able to isolate and do the things that they need to do at an elevated level while the pandemic is happening. So imagine Tropic Thunder, but instead of them like oh, it's actually becoming real. It's just the phase of Tropic Thunder of them filming the movie and everything going wrong. So it is just the collection of actors trying to film a movie called Cliff Beast 5. It is them trying to film this movie, and it's supposed to be one of only 2 movies that are being filmed in the beginning of the pandemic. And all these actors are trying to film this movie while also juggling their own personal lives, while also juggling the fact that they're isolating away from their families for 3 months filming this movie, while their families are out doing whatever and they can't be around them. So for example, Karen Gillan is sort of the focus character of the movie. And here I'm gonna play a trailer for everybody here.
Except for us.
So Karen, you guys can watch on the fucking stream. Karen Gillan is like the focus character of all the main characters. And she has to get talked into going and filming this movie because she's like, my husband's not gonna be happy about this. I've already been away from them from the last time that we filmed the movie. And and they're like, well, okay, but you need to film this movie. So she gets talked into it, and and lo and behold, her husband gets so pissed off that she left to go film this movie that he leaves her over FaceTime. And at the same time that he says we're breaking up, another woman comes into the picture while he's FaceTiming. She's like, you're already inviting women into my home? And he's like, I'm house sitting for you. Like, it's the it's the most ridiculous comedy thing on the fucking planet.
It looks great. I need to watch this.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out.
It's so worth it. Pedro Pascal plays this like coked out foreign actor who like he has no idea why he's actually on this set. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do and just sleeping with as many people as he can in the process. It's just every character in this movie is so fucking great. Honestly, I thought at first that I was going to fucking hate it, but like they do such a good job of like making the right things feel like modern. Like, so for example, Keegan-Michael Key, he plays as an actor who's trying to get famous on the internet for starting a self-help like company basically, and he's always trying to like help them, like, oh come on guys, we got this, we're gonna do great today, it's gonna be an awesome day, and every single one of them are like, I don't want to be a part of your cult. And he just gets so pissed off because everybody's shitting on him for trying to be a self-help guy. Yeah, I couldn't recommend this movie enough, dude. Like it's got a very certain sense of humor that is very like Tropic Thunder if it was written by Seth Rogen. But it's pretty fun. I have to admit, I had a lot of fun watching this fucking movie. I'm thinking about watching it a second time, honestly.
I fucking love Tropic Thunder, so like that's pretty high recommendation from I feel like.
It's good, and like the cast alone too, because a majority of these actors you don't really see in movies like this. Like Pedro Pascal being in a high comedy, like a ridiculous over the top comedy like this is fucking grand. And like it's funny because his character is probably my favorite in this entire movie because he's like coked out and doped up like all fucking day long, and he's just trying to sleep with as many people as he can in the hotel, but nobody will sleep with him. But the one person he refuses to sleep with is the counter girl for the hotel that
she
wants to sleep with him.
Wants to dig him down.
She
Dude,
is verbally telling him.
it.
There's a line where she literally says, "I will come into your room and I will lay you like nothing you've ever felt before." And he goes, "Hold on." He closes the door and then pulls out a plate and hands it to her. He goes, "Thank you," and then closes the door on her because he's horrified of sleeping with this woman. It's so funny, dude. I'm telling you, you guys gotta watch this.
That reminds me of like the character relationship between the owner of the bar in Letterkenny.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Same energy.
For sure. No, this movie rocks. I love it.
I'll be checking that out.
It's not for everybody. I can tell some people are gonna be like, "Ooh, this is a little bit too much," but it's really fucking hilarious seeing fucking Mulder from X-Files be in a movie like this too. I think that's probably fucking my second favorite thing in this goddamn movie. It's just ridiculous. But, anyways, yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Devin, you're muted.
Funny. I forgot to mention that I actually watched Tombstone this last weekend.
Tombstone?
Yeah, the cult classic film Tombstone, 1993.
The cowboy film?
Dude,
Yeah.
I just watched that last weekend too. No shit.
I watched it like a month ago. That's a good movie, dude.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
Mhm.
If your favorite character is not Val Kilmer, get out of my fucking face.
Dude, Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell are fucking great.
Goddamn, right?
in that movie.
Goddamn.
Same with Sam Elliott too. I mean, I don't really like to talk about Sam Elliott because he's kind of turned into kind of a douchebag.
Yeah.
But especially now he is part of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's pretty
Gross.
gross. Yeah, but otherwise a very good movie and a classic Western. And if
Absolutely.
you have not watched that movie and you enjoy Western films, I really don't know what
It's
you're
so
doing
good.
because
I hate Western films, and this is a good fucking Western movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It
Tombstone
holds up so well.
It really does. It is a pinnacle of Western cinema.
But
Definitely recommend
that also explains why The Harder They Fall was so fucking good, because it was essentially a take on Tombstone.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
amazing, dude. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, what do you got next, Evan?
Yeah. Next up, you gotta protect your neck because it's the Gallows. And if you've seen Jackass, the new one, skateboard guillotine.
Oh,
Protect your neck.
Yeah, protect your neck.
Protect your neck. Dot.
Look at Garrick's face. He's like, ah.
Oh
Except
no!
I
I still haven't watched it yet.
oh, dude.
Skateboard guillotine.
got
At
it.
least you know
Skateboard guillotine.
about a segment. It's on Paramount.
Dude, is it really? Nope, I'm
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah,
I'm
and so
watching
are
it.
the secret tapes too. Yep.
Deleted scenes from Jackass Forever?
No, it's deleted scenes from Jackass, the entirety.
Oh.
We're checking out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not talking about Jackass tonight because tonight we are talking about, is E3 finally dead? This is going to be an open forum discussion where we're just going to give our thoughts, our prayers about E3.
God damn,
You
ain't
know?
that right? God
Now,
damn.
I know I can speak for all of us when I say this. For decades now, probably, the three of us have all wanted to go to E3. Am I wrong? Like,
Pretty much
No, you're
since I would have
100%
had the
right.
opportunity to go, yeah.
yeah, this legitimately, E3 used to be the pinnacle of gaming conventions, and because of them, is why we have things like Gamescom and PAX West, because they kind of started that whole thing. It used to just be a media journalist thing that has developed into consumers and outsiders and other people going, and it being more of an event for us. But on Morbid, I can say definitely that not all conventions are dead, because a lot of them have happened over this last year and they were popping. So
Yeah, a lot of successful cons.
yeah,
were
like
this past
GDC
year.
just happened, and that was an in-person event, I'm pretty sure.
Yep,
So
sure was.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
And there are plans for PAX East to happen and PAX West to happen next year. So TwitchCon is announced they're coming back. So
Yeah. I mean,
and
PAX East is right around the corner, isn't it?
yeah. And then we got D23 is happening.
D23 is coming
So
up.
conventions are definitely not dead.
Honey Bunnies convention.
What?
Yeah. What?
What?
Yeah, dude. So conventions, right? Crazy.
So, anyways, we're talking about E3 tonight, and guys, I would like to know your thoughts. Do you think that E3 is dead? And whoever wants to go first, go.
Oh shit, man. Garrick, you take this one first. You take you're gonna start this off way more educated than I, because I'm gonna rant if you don't go first. So
Look, E3 has been struggling for some time now. Numbers have been in decline for some time now. I would say the E3 passed its peak in 2015. 2015, it has been since 2015 we have really seen a slow decline in like they started to see a decline in in-person numbers. um they started to see a for some time a shift to all of the digital like the uploads that they were getting after the in-person announcement. They were starting to see increased viewership there, so they started to shift a larger portion of the showcase to being like half physical half digital during E3. Then the pandemic hit and numbers dropped across the board. We started seeing Sony pulled out of E3 altogether in recent years, and then literally started hosting their own convention the same weekend across the street. Like,
Goddamn. Yeah.
So I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not so much as a numbers declining thing as it is people going, because what's happened is so many people have been going that the lines have been way too long and exhausting to even like wait in line at the booths, because you'd be waiting hours and hours and hours just to play one 15-minute game. The other thing I know is like Nintendo was kind of the first ones to pull out, and when they started doing Nintendo Directs and stuff like that, and not even holding a conference all together there.
Because Nintendo as a whole has started to shift to mostly direct to consumer marketing.
Exactly. And then like EA stopped having their booths at E3, and they started doing EA Play like on the other side of LA essentially at the same time. So that way they can be a part of the the E3 conversation, but not actually be present at E3. Microsoft would always hold their conferences at separate theaters, but still have a booth at E3. There was a whole lot of stuff like that going on. To my understanding, PlayStation was kind of one of the last ones to like fully pull out, in a sense. I mean, they don't even do the booth anymore, but like move to the State of Play platform, not doing the whole showcase there.
Yeah, but I mean, like they don't do anything though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I know.
It's like even Xbox still has some kind of semblance in E3, and it just like I don't know. As far as the numbers thing that Garrick's talking about is like he's saying it's declined since they first allowed public people to come into it. We're like, it had, you're right, you're 100% correct. When they started doing public at first, people were going in and just having the worst fucking time because you couldn't get anywhere.
Because it was like San Diego Comic-Con, where like you spent more time in line than actually doing anything.
Especially press was super pissed because the first couple of years that they started allowing the public to come into it, press weren't able to get anywhere in the building because there were so many people there, and they weren't establishing like routes for press to be able to travel through the building to get to the places that they needed to get in order to cover the things there. But just analytically speaking, they had a decline in the amount of people that were going, but it's because the first couple of years of having the public there, it sucked so much ass to be there in public, in person, because they weren't organized. They weren't fucking organized about anything. And so like now we look at, okay, cool, we could potentially just do a digital E3, right? That's dope. That's cool. And not even that fucking worked, apparently.
One of the bigger issues was when they decided to do the digital shift just due to the pandemic and which affected a lot of other like cons as well. Like there were other cons that ran like adjacent to or before or after E3 that just did it better. Like I believe the first year that E3 did like their first big digital showcase, we had Summer Games Con, and it shit all over E3.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've heard like a lot of like journalists and developers and stuff talk about is E3 would charge enormous amounts of money to have a booth based on square footage at their event. And when they did the digital showcase, they were even charging people thousands of dollars to be a part of their digital showcase. It seems to me like E3, because of its popularity, was starting to be used more so to line pockets, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
For this event, granted, we do know it costs money to make something run, but when you hear that like some of these booths were costing hundreds of thousands of dollars to have from some publishers, it gets quite questionable,
Sure.
you know.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, we were kind of on the way to digital showcases anyways, right? Weren't we? It was inevitable. It works very well. We can sit right here and we can live react to them. You can watch it on your phone as it goes live. You can watch it later on YouTube. And it's usually structured better. We won't talk about that PC showcase last year, but
Oh God, man, so exhausting, dude.
It was so cringe.
God damn, that
Oh,
was so
man.
exhausting, dude. I remember when you and I got to that, we were like, oh my God, should we skip this?
Yeah, no, we did. We
We
took a
eventually
break.
did. Yeah, Jesus
Yep,
Christ, we don't need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, I feel like all of the publishers should just do their own due diligence and just have these showcases when the time is right for them, when they are ready. I don't think publishers should be holding to a specific date to have to do these conferences around everybody else. For one, there are a lot of times where we have slow, dead news cycles. Like, look at this upcoming month. There isn't really a
April's
lot.
dry.
Yeah, like this would be the perfect time for a major publisher to have a showcase. You know, I think it would
I don't know
even
if I
work
agree
better.
with that.
You don't?
I don't know if I agree
I
with
think I think it would. I feel like there's so many games and things coming out nowadays that to announce everything at once for holiday, it's they could easily have releases spread out more throughout the year and have these games do better instead of competing to like annual or biannual blockbuster hits that are expected to be the outselling forces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, also too though, like I feel like they all consecutively do that for a reason. You know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
like they're the ones that have been doing this for fucking years, not us. So it's like they obviously know like what marketing, decisions need to be made for them to make the most optimal amount of money. And like I can see where you're coming from in the sense that like they totally should do it in a certain way for us as consumers. But like
Mhm.
for them, I'm sure that they can see like doing it the way that they do it now, where it's like most games are landing on early in the year, spring, quarter two technically of the fiscal year, and then during summer, and then during holiday season.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
why I'm saying like this time of year would be the perfect time to start doing showcases. You know, the April, May, June, and if they were spread out a little bit more. For one, it gives press more time to adequately cover these things instead of jumping from topic to topic. Two, the only reason why they've been doing it one time a year for decades is because that one time of year has been E3. Am I wrong? It's because of E3 in general. And
yeah,
all these showcases happen because of E3 as the event. If E3 isn't the event anymore, and there's already multiple cons throughout the year, why not do your briefings throughout the year? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean, and we're already starting to kind of
Mhm.
get that right with like the quarterly states of play stuff, like
Mhm.
Nintendo Directs. Like
Mhm.
Pokemon has literally their own Nintendo
The
Directs.
X
Like
Play events that Xbox
we're starting
does.
to get the Xbox events. I mean, we do. I personally like the idea around having several smaller events and then having like the culmination event, a la the Game Awards at the end of the year. Like I like that better, just as like a constant across the year, like sort of content release.
Fucking
Who's got a
Morbid in
3
chat.
hands?
Morbid in chat is fucking killing me, dude. I think that E3 really truly started going downhill when Nintendo introduced the N64 controller. Need a third hand just to experience E3.
Oh my god.
I can't stand you.
So yeah, and like another thing too is Xbox does This Week on Xbox, where every week they have updates on new content, and they mostly cover indie games and stuff like that too. They do that with Major Nelson. I feel like Sony could benefit of doing something like that too, because they do have a lot of content that comes out through their platform as well. And it makes like lesser known games more known. They're like little mini showcases, you know, where they talk about like six games that came out that week or are coming out as well the following week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
PlayStation unfortunately just has historically proven they don't really give a shit about their consumers, but
They don't.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say, Garrick, we sort of bombarded you in answering the question, do you think E3 is finally dead? Do you?
Oh, but I said that's actually what I was. That's what I was. Gonna
Yeah,
ask. Like,
perfect. Yeah.
We all know, and we've shared it a couple of times. Like E3 2022 has been, like, unless you've been under a rock somewhere, has been canceled digitally and in physical capacity this year. They are saying they are doing so with the hopes of channeling their resources for a physical conference comeback in 2023. I think that is a wish and a prayer. And I honestly, I will be shocked if E3 comes back in a full capacity next year. If we get it at all, I feel like they are going to I don't feel like physical is the way to go. They have to adapt to the digital realm. But I feel like there are so many other new and cropping up conferences and like game and multimedia, like just cons throughout the year that are just doing everything that E3 was doing, but better. And the thing is E3 was like the video game conference space for the year, right?
Yeah.
But like video games are in this weird fluid space right now where they're really starting to mingle with like other forms of media like music and film, and so they're starting to have a place in like a bigger place in like these conference like PAX East and West, where like we're starting to see like the video game side of those conferences really grow, and like they're already established, and like E3 is just that we need something. E3 needs more. It can't just be the video game conference anymore. We have video games are too it is too massive of an industry to not be engrossed in every other like conference out there these days. Like, and there are so many other conferences and companies that are just doing their own thing and doing it better than the way E3 has been running their conferences for like almost a decade now. Like, I think E3's done. I think it's done, and it's okay if it's done. It had a good run.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I half of me is so in the boat with you because like a big part of me is kind of like, dude, they're so fucking finished, dude. Like they're so fucking done, dude. Like it's wild, like how much they shot themselves in the foot. But I also know that E3 has historically been one of the biggest video game events ever for, you know, years upon fucking years they were. And I think that, you know, if with the right decisions and the right formula, they don't have to be done. I think that they're going to try everything they can to not be done because they can see how much money is to be made. And because, I mean, realistically here, like, they're now directly competing against Jeff Keighley's Game Awards, right? And so it's
right,
like...
Exactly. I mean, I would love to have a reason to be excited for an upcoming E3, but I just haven't been. So like, I don't know or no. If they make it work and they blow us away, I'll more power to them.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I mean. It's like I just kind of wish, I don't know. In a perfect world, it would be like E3 used to be, where like we have Nintendo announcements, right? And it's like, oh, okay, tight. We get some like fun indie games, you know what I'm saying? And then we have an indie showcase. Oh, that's dope, dude. That's fucking tight, bro. And then I don't know, we're like, all right, so what are these announcements coming up for the big boys? You know what I'm saying? And then Xbox does their presentation, then PlayStation does their presentation. We're all fucking losing our fucking minds for the last like 2 hours of the goddamn day, dude. I miss that feeling. And like, I know a lot of people miss that feeling, and I know a lot of people would love to have that be a thing again. Like, seeing those announcements just roll in all fucking day long while we're, like, at work or some shit like that, you know? I miss those days. I miss feeling that excitement about video games just for little to no reason. It's just like fucking announcements. We're not actually getting new video games. It's just announcements for the video game itself, and that was always fucking exciting.
Right.
And I miss that feeling. I know that there's people out there that want that feeling back. And with the direction that Game Awards is going, it's like we only get so much of that because it's an award show. And now there's like people saying like, well, the Game Awards is too fucking long. We gotta shorten it, right? And so then it's like, okay, well, now we don't get like as many of those announcements. We don't get as much of a show out of Game Awards as we would want. So cool, let's go to PAX West and go to PAX East. Well, they don't really like televise much of PAX West and PAX East.
Yeah.
You know, it's an in-person conference, and so it's like unless you're there in person involved in those things, you kind of miss out on a lot of the fun stuff that goes on there. So it's like I can, if it's not E3, I see a space for something else to be present, to be that. I just don't. I think all these video game companies, these developers, these publishers were just so over what E3 was like trying to do, that they were just like, well, like why do it with you when we can just fucking do it ourselves? And why are we lining your pockets when we can just line our own, right? And that's a bummer, dude. That's a bummer.
And here's the thing too, Jeff Keighley used to work with E3, right? That's like where he started from. And
he was the event coordinator for E3.
Yeah. And he no longer is. And that could have a big reason why it is not continuing right now. Because he is doing his own Summer of Games and Game Awards. Quick thing, I was looking up some stats because I wanted to like compare it to other gaming events and stuff like that, like cons. I do want to fact check us. The attendance was actually not in decline; it was in incline. It was more publisher attendance that was in decline for E3 due to the cost of the space.
That's what we meant. That's what we meant. We don't give a fuck about it.
I just wanted to clarify because when we talked about it earlier, we talked about attendance.
Not civilian attendance.
Yeah. Well, this is counting press too as well.
Sure.
There was a growth from 2016. You saw 50,000 to 66,000, but in the on 2017 and 18 they had 70,000 people. Sure. But I do want to point out that we have Gamescom, which is like one of the biggest events out there by far. In 2019, before the pandemic happened, they had 373,000 attendees at Gamescom. And then the average attendance of PAX West over the last few years before the pandemic as well, we were seeing about 70 to 80,000 people a year, and that's over in Seattle. And then over in PAX East, we were seeing about 130,000 exhibitors, 750 plus press, 360 social media, and a general attendees over the weekends, because they do like two of them, right?
Well, that's
throughout the year.
There's like New York, and then there's one in Jersey, I think.
Yeah. They're counting both of them. They had over 500,000 people.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's East Coast. It makes sense.
Yeah. But that is a huge like attendee advantage over E3 as well.
Right.
Like that is something I wanted to point out. Although it was growing, it was actually in the space of cons, it was smaller than even PAX West, and that's considered a small con for the games in.
Keep in mind too, though, that's because they only allowed the public to come in for 3 years.
Yeah,
technically, 2.
Yeah,
you know, so it's like, I'm sure if they had more time to really like build into it, they probably would have had like more of a build up on that. But I mean, like regardless, though, it's just. You name off Gamescom, you name off PAX, you name off, you know, PAX East, PAX West, you know, like we could talk about, you know, any of these events, but like none of them were E3. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to like our experience in being a part of that announcement cycle, you know what I mean? Because like Gamescom is like, it's tight, but like most of that is for people to go in and like try games. They demo games. There's game presentations in the sense of they go and publishers and other press can go in and actually play a demo of the game in a closed area that they get to experience that so that they can go and review it to their own individual places. It wasn't like a presentation the same way E3 was. And that's why Jeff Keighley got as much hype and love as he did, because he was doing that for E3, is making it a show and not just a convention. You know what I mean? And that's what splits those things apart. That's why Game Awards is as successful as it is. Because it's a show. It's a show. It's not just like, you know, a small little like awards thing. Like it's a full on showcase. It's a show for people to be able to watch and engage with, and like their audience to be able to get fucking hype from their like, you know, living room seats. Like it's dope for those reasons. The question is, are we ever going to get that from either E3 or anybody else ever again that is not Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest or Game Awards? Because Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest is not the same thing.
No, it's not. It's not. I do think we're gonna get it again in some capacity. It might not be E3 though. It might be a rebranding. You know.
I think something will absolutely
K3
come in to stop. I literally think something will come fill its place.
Because.
And it won't stay. I don't feel like it would stay empty for like long either. Like we would just get it for like, we would be void of something for that for like a year while companies or somebody tried to figure it out.
Yeah, and look, the ESRB isn't going to be going anywhere. You know, that is what rates all of the video games that we play.
Yes.
So I would be surprised that they don't do something within the near future. They could rebrand E3. They could not. They could just bring E3 back. Ernell's having one of his moments.
I'm so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. I said K3. What the fuck? Cool Kids Club, alright? Listen, I saw the opportunity. I had to jump on it. You know what I mean? Continue. I'm sorry. Continue. Don't mind me.
You done? You sure? Why don't you splash some water on your face? He drinks water. But yeah. Morbid in chat. I physically shook my head.
Listen, they do all the time too. It's okay.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I got a crick in my neck, and I'm pretty sure it's from fucking Ernell. Like,
from fucking me? Wow.
Fucking
Let's go, baby.
I gotta time you out,
you can
dog.
put punctuation whatever you want in that sense. It works.
Let's go. I'm here for it. Anyways.
Yeah. But
so
I
you
mean,
think they'll probably come back then?
In some capacity, right? Maybe as a rebranding, maybe just as a revival for E3. There are publishers out there who have spoken about still supporting, you know, E3 when it is a thing. It being canceled this year, I'm not surprised. This year's been a weird year, you know. Fuck, with all the stories we've been getting this year, maybe there's some shady shit going on with somebody in the ESRB and they're doing this preemptively to avoid anything. I hate to be so morbid about it, but
here's your FBI agent just feeding you information in your ears. Like, don't trust these motherfuckers. Don't trust these guys.
Oh, what was that?
No, you mother.
Okay, yeah. My FBI guy said, Ernell, Fortnite is not tight.
Your FBI agent's part of the K3, isn't he? He's part of the K3.
No, actually, he was telling me some information that the K3 is being led by a Polynesian man with a Buster Sword tattooed underneath his right eye.
I think Morbid clipped Garrick saying so he's got a kink in his neck from fucking Ernell.
I was kind of waiting for that, to be honest.
But I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's what that clip is.
Yeah.
You know I did.
He did.
I walked into it. I really did.
That's fair. That's okay.
Did you
and you know what?
into it, or did you lay into it?
Hey, I have Lays. I have Lays right over here. The chips
Read the
and the
schedule.
flowers. I have the chips
Read
and
the
the flowers.
schedule.
Yeah.
The
Read the
chips and the
schedule.
flowers. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all kind of like, we've all kind of reached a general consensus. Like, we don't know if it's going to come back, and if it does, it's got to be different in some way or another. And obviously,
Agreed.
they didn't figure it out this year, and that's why they're not here, because they're probably being smart about it. I'm giving them the benefit of doubt when I say being smart about it, and they're just going to utilize their resources towards whatever is going to be the next, like, quote unquote revival of E3 if it does happen. You know,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
because this has been the conversation already, even before the pandemic happened. It really has.
Garrick, you good? Usually me who's done over there.
I watched the clip.
Devin, read. I think we've got to a good point. If E3
Yeah.
comes back, they need to fucking do better, right? That's kind of
They need to be different. They need to do something different, right?
Yeah.
In some capacity. So I
think-
hope
I
it
think-
comes back, because I still want to go, and
It's
not
the
just as a
same,
consumer.
same.
I want to go as press. You know, I
Mhm.
want to experience that. I want to be a part of it. You know, and I hear so many stories of other content creators, other journalists, press from other outlets that talk about how cool it is, because it's a great source for networking and meeting other people within the industry. And I want to be a part of that.
Like
Personally, I always have.
I too want to get banned from E3 for some weird badge discrepancy that happens, just like Greg Miller. Okay, that's what I want.
So Good
That's what I
Kraken
want.
can host the digital version of E3.
Yeah, I want my badge. Like, I want them to look at it and be like, "What the fuck is this?" And it says Ernell Pearson GKKK. That's what I wanted to say. It'll be
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We're not too far removed from those people.
Don't say that.
a
Don't say that. We're not
good
too far
friend
removed.
of the show, Michael Hyam.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. From those,
Yeah, was
for the kind of funny
a
guy.
host on E3 when they did the digital version. So Ernell,
You gotta clarify next time, man. What I say?
I was working on it.
Listen, I still have a lot of sodium in me. I'm not quite in the process of lowering my sodium take. So, sometimes I
think we need
jump the gun a little
a
bit.
mute redeem for our sand dollars. That's a pretty good one.
Absolutely fucking not. You won't mute us. You fucking nerds.
Look, I already tried and I can't. The only way I can is I can't, because he's hosting. I'd have to be hosting.
There you go.
the
There you
stream.
go. So, that's
Which
all
sometimes I am. So maybe
Anyways, I think that's
Can-
good. I think that's a good round off.
catch
We,
these hands or no.
Jesus Christ! Never read the schedule.
Well, I mean, you can catch my hands from my mouse being my little pointer finger and muting you on Discord.
That's fair.
No,
I like that.
Garrick, are you okay?
You guys exhaust me.
On the daily. On the daily.
I love you,
yeah.
my little cherry blossom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, at 7 p.m.
Mm.
West Coast, Best Coast time, we are having another episode of Seventh Brevin.
Mm.
I'm going to be streaming Cyberpunk 2077 tomorrow.
Mm.
This game has had a redemption.
It's a fun game. I'm telling you, man.
It's great. It's great. It runs
Dude.
great. Looks great. Does what it's supposed to do. The driving is still kind of meh, but it's way better than it was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
100% better. 100%
Yeah,
better.
yeah. I'm excited. I'm not terribly too far into the game. I'm probably like, I think 20%. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I've done all the prologue stuff, obviously. Am I gonna be getting 30 FPS? No, I'm gonna be getting 60 actually.
If it was 30 FPS, you would say this game's unplayable and you would turn it off.
It's true. It's true.
I hate
It's
you
true.
so much. I hate you so fucking
What
much.
I have come accustomed to great frame rates. I'm sorry. It's like when I play Destiny on my PC, it's like 120 frames.
It's like eating at a fancy restaurant once and you're like, I'm never having McDonald's again. Go fuck
Except I
yourself.
don't do it once. I do
Go
it all the time.
Go fuck yourself. All right. Continue.
Thursday, speaking of go fuck yourself, we're doing the Shipwreck Show on Patreon. That's right. We're going to be recording it. And if you go to patreon.com/Good Kraken Show, you can see us telling each other to go fuck ourselves multiple times. 7 p.m. West Coast.
Speaking of go fuck yourself, we got the Shipwreck Show.
Yeah. As you can see, my segues have come back.
You're nailing
Friday.
it, man.
We're doing Splash Damage at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. To be announced.
We're figuring that out. We're figuring out the game for this
yeah,
Friday.
working on it.
Just hang
There's a lot of
tight.
games
Just
we're
hang
playing right
tight,
now.
Okay, just hang tight.
Yeah, there's a lot of games we're playing right now that are
Viva
multiplayer.
Pinata. It could be.
It's not going to be Viva Pinata.
It could be Viva
No.
Pinata.
You know what it's going to be, guys? It's going to be Uno because we haven't done an
It
Uno
could be
stream yet.
Dungeon Daddy.
Oh, so
It could
toxic.
be.
Dungeon
It could be
Daddy.
Farmville. It could be Farmville for all you know.
It's not going to be Farmville.
It'll be
Lawn mowing
Farmville.
simulator, probably.
Maybe.
Farmville,
Yeah,
no.
maybe a little of that. You know, Club Penguin
Yeah.
private server. There you go, Morbid. Except unfortunately they shut down Club Penguin, so it's not an option. But
Yeah, but
RuneScape-
if you can go to Bad Kraken,
yeah, exactly. Or the hit game Fortnite. I heard it's top 10 games of all time.
by the way, just a pre-show announcement. At some point in the near future, we'll be rediscussing that.
No, the fuck we're not. Anyways,
Yeah, Saturday we're doing another GK podcast episode for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and we will
Let's
be reviewing that.
go.
We gotta get tickets.
We gotta get our tickets done. Yeah, we gotta get our tickets.
Yeah.
I got the thing. So I got the thing.
You got the thing. You do got the thing,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Let's go.
For
Oh,
real
I
in
was
chat, redeem
surreal showed
hydrate.
up, I was waiting.
Hydrate
Last
host.
minute hydrate host. Let's go. Last minute.
So please let us know what you guys think about E3. Do you think it's dead? Do you think it's going to come back in some capacity? Let us know. Do you think E3 sucks? Do you love it? Do you want to go? Let us know in the comments. I used my hands a lot. Anyways, this has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you enjoyed the show, you can head on over to patreon.com/Good Kraken Show, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive post-show content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on a podcast and video services across the digital sea. I hope somebody gifts Ernell doing all of this really
Yarg.
bad. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by clicking Good Kraken! And leaving a review there. We have a post-show to go record, but until next time, fuck you, Ernell.
My brothers in Christ. My brother in Christ.
No, I refuse.
K3 2023. Let's go.
No!